Well, hello, Cougars. It's Mrs. C. Smith here with this year's first installment of our digital citizenship lessons. And as you just saw, you got a brief overview of what digital citizenship even means, right? And it is, I tend to think of it as a big umbrella that covers a lot of topics. And so throughout the year this year, I'll be going over these different topics. They are media balance, online privacy, your digital footprint, communication, cyberbullying, and news and media literacy. So those are all the different topics under that digital citizenship umbrella that I'll be talking to you about. And how do you become an awesome digital citizen? Is by watching these videos and hopefully learning something from them and applying them to your life. This week, I decided to start with media balance because I think it's so important to talk about how we use media in our lives. That we all know and have heard that being on our phones too much can affect our mental health. And you've seen, I know, a lot of kids and adults very addicted to their phones. And I am going to actually go into that this year a little bit and teach you, or maybe you already know, that our devices are designed, or at least the people that develop things on our devices, make it so we're addicted to them. So it's up to us to say, I am putting this down and I'm going to do something else. So here's the rest of today's video. Okay, this week's media balance lesson is finding balance in a digital world. The essential question is, how do we balance digital media use in our lives? We have a few vocabulary words today. The first one is digital media, which is the content, the texting, audio, images, or devices that allow people to share information, communicate, and collaborate over internet or computer networks. Media balance, using media in a way that feels healthy and in balance with other life activities, like your family, friends, school, and hobbies. Digital habits, behaviors we do often or regularly with digital media and devices. The last vocab word this week is unplug, and it's to engage in activities that don't involve devices, apps, or the internet. What I decided to do was go around Lakeville South and ask some students, what do you do to unplug? And here are some answers that I got.
I'll go outside and I'll practice sports and I'll study too and set my phone aside.
When I like to do homework, I like to put my phone aside and focus and get it done. And then later I have time to go on my phone.
The way I unplug is reading my Bible, spending time outside in nature, and walking my dogs.
I like to unplug by journaling and being in nature, going for hikes. And I feel like my Bible, when I read it, it really grounds me in my morals.
When me and my friends have deep conversations and without our phones.
When me and my friends hang out, we like to put our phones in a pile so we can be in the moment with each other.
I like to unplug by spending time with my family.
I bake. During dinner and during car rides with friends.
I try to put my phone away at bedtime. I charge it in a different room, or I charge it further across the room.
The way that I unplug is like kind of simply that I take a moment, I pause, I think, what am I doing and what can I do to just like focus on the things I need to get done, or just disconnect myself from the social media world and stuff like that. For me, it's kind of a little different because I'm really strong in my faith. I'm a believer. So I like to like sometimes just turn on worship music, go in my prayer closet, just really think about the things that I need to focus on, or just like read my Bible and just kind of disconnect from the world, because spending that one-on-one time with God kind of really helps you gather your thoughts and like kind of like show you what you need to kind of do next. So yeah, I think that's kind of a way to unplug, but I feel like for everyone it can be different. It's just the way how you manage your life and stuff like that. So yeah, that's how I unplug.
I unplug by doing diamond painting and low crafts.
I unplug by just shutting my phone off.
I go for a walk.
I like to do something that occupies my brain, like puzzles or crafts.
I read my book.
Hello. So hopefully you noticed in that very first video before all the students were talking that it showed that being connected isn't a bad thing. That is not the message I'm trying to convey. It is, I'm on my phone a lot. A lot of you have probably seen me on my phone. And it's especially beneficial, like in the video showed, you have a sporting event at night. You can keep track of the weather. You can keep track of maybe the traffic to get there. But you're on your phone all day trying to keep track of all of the things in your life that you're doing. And the message there afterward is, from all the kids you go to school with, is that's okay to be on your phone all the time, to be doing that, but you should also have a plan of how to unplug. So you don't have to be on your phone all the time. And I especially like the kids that realize, I have to set it aside, because if it's in my hand, it's a reflex that I'm constantly going to be looking at it. In fact, just why I'm making this video, there's someone on the other side of the camera that was walking up looking at the phone, because that's what we do. There's nothing wrong with it, but that's what we do. And I know, speaking for myself, I need to, at night, I have a cutoff period. It's usually about 8 o'clock at night where I put my phone in another room, not in my bedroom, it's in the office, and I charge it for the night, and I'm done with it. I won't go look at the phone again. So that is the decision I made so I can balance it. So hopefully this gave you some ideas from your fellow classmates of what you can do to unplug. Again, I'm just hoping to give you some food for thought, and you can make some better decisions regarding your devices. Have a great week.